Hello, hi, good evening. I guess you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, today we are going to discuss on a Revit family tutorial series. I have just created a list of syllabus which can be covered in the um, live classes. Okay, so this is only for Revit families learning. Okay, so if you are looking for a fundamental training or basic architecture modeling or structural modeling, so that syllabus will be different. Okay, so here we are going to discuss on the Revit families tutorial series only. Okay, let's go one by one. So when you're watching this video, you will understand what are the topics you need to learn when you are creating Revit families. Okay, let's go one by one. Okay, so this tutorial series is for architecture and structure. Okay, the concept is very simple. Okay, so if you're creating a file for architecture or structure or for MEP, it is a file, right? But what contents you are going to have inside, that may differ slightly, but most of the concepts and logics going to be same. An extrusion is an extrusion for architecture or structure, for MEP or MEP, everything is an extrusion only, right? So but when you are calling it as architecture model, structure model, and MEP model, then they are defined by discipline. So otherwise all the models are same. So this is what we have to understand. Okay, so keeping that in mind, I have created a list of topics which can help you in learning Revit families. Let's go one by one. Okay, so we have around 20 tiles here. Okay, so each one going to give us an idea about Revit families. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Let's go for the first slide. Okay, so this is for a family editor user interface. Okay, so user interface is very important to learn so that you will know where is what or what is where. Okay, so you are looking for an extrusion tool, then that comes under create, grouped with the forms. Okay, extrusion, and so it's better to know each tab in the family editor, and it's better to know what you will find in the project browser and properties. Okay, so user interface is very important. So before you try to make any extrusion, just to go through uh, all the ribbon menu. Okay, so that you will know at least what is where, right? Let's go to the next slide. Okay, family template selection. So template selection has lots of logics. Okay, you can select one generic model template and you can make it as a furniture. You can use the same model for light. You can use the same model for an elbow. So what makes a family as a plumbing model or architecture model or a structural model? It depends on the template you select. So it's very important. If you are creating a structural column, then it is better to go with the structural column template. If you are creating a beam, it's obvious that you should select structural framing template. If you are looking for architecture column, it's better to use architecture column. Okay, so if you want to see the difference between the architecture column and the structural column, architecture column mostly named as just column, structure column template named as structural column, metric structural column. Okay, so that's how we have to find the difference. Okay, so family template selection is very important. You learn from the beginning. Okay, try to learn generic model family first, then go with the another type of families. Okay, so when you are selecting a different category, different type, then you will have a better idea why are we selecting a different template for a different modeling. Okay. The next topic is built-in family parameters. Built-in family parameter is a reason to select the right family template. Okay, so when you're opening up a family template, you will see different set of parameters which can support the file. Okay, so it's always better to understand what you can expect inside a family template. Okay, what kind of parameter you will have, what you have to create, so those kind of things it's better to learn. Okay, so when you are a beginner, you can start from scratch, but once you learn something, then you need to decide whether to go with a generic model or whether to go with a specific template. So there is a lot of things to learn, so it's better to understand built-in family parameters. Okay, adding parameters. Anyways, we are going to get built-in family parameters, but we have to create our own parameter to suit our project. Okay, it depends on the manufacturer. If you are creating a product family, it depends on the consultant, how do they deliver a project. Okay, so it's always better to learn how to add parameter. In parameter we have different types. Okay, it's not just one single word. Okay, so you have to understand what is a shared parameter, what is a family parameter, what's a instance parameter, what's a type parameter, and how do we define discipline, how do we define type of parameter. Those things you have to learn. Okay, so adding parameter is a big topic, but if you start with one single parameter, then it's easy to learn all the times. Okay, we are in the fifth slide. Okay, so there is a video playing. Okay, so here I'm trying to explain family parameter types. Okay, so here you can see in the video, parameter type is selected as family parameter, so that cannot appear in schedule or tag. Okay, and parameter name, for now I have just written as name, and the parameter type is selected as type. Okay, and discipline is common, type of parameter is text, grouping under other. So this video is playing again, so it's starting from beginning. Okay, writing a name and selecting discipline, and type of parameter selected as length, I guess. Oh, here we are selecting as text and grouping under other. Okay, so this is how you have to um, assign the parameter. Okay, I guess this is clear. Let's go to the next slide. When you are creating a family, it's important to create the solid portion of the family. Okay, creating an extrusion, blend, revolve, sweep, and swept blend are crucial. You have to know how to use these 5 tools. It's just 5 tools. We don't have to learn more than 5, right? So it's easy. And when you want to create a cut in the solid, you can use a void extrusion or void blend, void revolve, void sweep, void swept blend. It's easy. Okay, the creating solid tools are just 5, so you can learn quickly. It's not it's not more than 5, it's just 5. Okay, it's easy to learn how to create a solid geometry in Revit. We have limitations also. You can create a solid which is more than 0.8 mm. Okay, if you want to create a solid that is thinner than 0.8 mm, you can't do it. Okay, so Revit is good for big size and not less than an mm. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Working with the reference planes, you will find the same topic in fundamental course also. The same logic applies here in the families. Okay, so you should know how to set your work plane. If you want to check the work plane, how to check, and the viewer is in another window. It's a duplicate window. Okay, so mostly you won't use the viewer tool, but still the first tool, set work plane, is more important. Okay, so that's where you're going to place your geometry. Okay, setting work plane is very important, I guess. If you know the fundamental modeling logics, if you know the fundamental modeling logics, then you should have known how to work with the work plane. Okay, it's self-explanatory. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Creating family types. Okay, it's not compulsory that you have to create family types, but in case if you're planning to create multiple types in a single family, then you have to prepare for it. Okay, you have to plan how you want to make your family and the end result of what you're expecting. So with that logic you can have a family type. Okay, so here mostly we use dimensions to create family types, and we use different type parameters to create family types. Okay, so creating family types is easy, but how do you want to use them on a project matters a lot. Okay, formulas in a Revit family. Okay, so there is a video that's showing how to apply formula in a Revit family. Okay, so usually we give dimensions, and it will be a input method. If you want to arrive a value from the input value, then you can use formulas. Okay, using formula in Revit family is very easy, but it is case sensitive. Okay, so if you're missing any unit, or if you're missing any type of parameter, that's going to give errors. So it's very important to understand how Revit formula works. Okay, so you should learn lots of syntax uh, formation. Okay, so you should know after equal what should come first, how to put multiplication, how to divide, how to do uh, addition, subtraction, and how to use brackets. All these things you need to know in case if you are getting a unit error, then what to do with the formula. So those kind of things you need to learn. Okay, formulas in Revit family is easy to do. Okay, but you have to try your best to learn. Okay, we have lots of formulas. Okay, all right. Most of the formulas are simple. You don't need complex formulas. If you know addition and subtraction, you can manage. Using if statement. Okay, so using if statement is not necessary in all the Revit family, but in case if you want to make your family more intelligent, then it's better to learn the if statement. Okay, so here there's a video playing. Okay, so here I'm showing how to use if statement. So here I'm considering that area to be calculated when needed. Okay, so I'm creating a yes or no uh, yes or no option. Okay, to calculate the area. Okay, there is already a formula. I'm just adding a if statement. If calculate area means if it is enabled calculate area, then calculate with the formula 1 by 2 multiplied by base multiplied by height. That's it. Otherwise it will be 0. Enter. Calculate area. When it is ticked, then area will show. It's easy. Let's go to the next slide. Using Boolean operators. Okay, it's not a single topic. Okay, in a Boolean we have lots of syntax formation. For example, if statement, or statement, nor statement. Here in the display we are showing syntax for and. Okay, and there is a description, true if all arguments are true. It's a logic. Okay, maybe you will need more time to understand these logics, but if once you understand, it's going to help you a lot. Okay, I'm showing other syntax which are coming under Boolean operator. Okay, so there is or, not equal, not, nor, NAND, less or equal, less, is between. Maybe in future we will get more functions. Okay, so for now we can use these formulas. Okay, these are syntax. Okay, let's go to the next one. Reporting parameters. Reporting parameters are kind of surprising tool in Revit. Okay, so for example, if you are using all right, reporting parameters are essential to understand, because this can help you with the instance value. Okay, the best example is curtain panels. Okay, curtain panel, when you are modeling a curtain panel, so you need to know the wall thickness, or when you are applying the door, when you are modeling the door, if the door can read wall thickness, that's going to help you in evaluating the frame, right? So for those kind of formulas, you can use reporting parameters. Okay, so maybe I could have shown you with some examples, but here I'm just showing you where you can find the reporting parameter. Okay, try yourself learning how to use a reporting parameter. I will surely try to make a video on that. Okay, let's go to the next topic. Parametric array. Parametric arrays are awesome tool, but it has a limitation also. Okay, so when you are using array, that's going to increase the file size. So this family is an example for array, parametric array. Okay, so once you are making a array, you can use the distance value as a parameter. You can use the number as a parameter. So that's how the parametric array works. Okay, you can use a linear parameter. You can use linear array or circular array. Okay, so that can help you with increasing the number of objects. So here when you are changing the table size, so that's going to reduce or increase the number of chairs. Okay, let's go to the next one. Element visibility settings. This is very important to understand. Everything is important to understand. Okay, so this is important because when you are modeling something and it's not visible in your project, that means you should check your visibility graphics override. Okay, so whatever you model, it doesn't mean that it has to be visible in your project. Okay, so if you don't need to show it on a project, you can switch it off. If you don't want to show it in a course level, you can switch it off. If you want to show in a course level only and not in the fine mode, then you can make that happen with the visibility graphics override. Okay, so here I'm showing you where you can find the element visibility settings. Okay, so I think this is useful. Okay, it's easy to understand. Select the object, go to the properties, go for visibility graphics override, and check the settings. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Symbolic lines, region, and detail items. Okay, so most of the Revit families that will not need any symbolic line. So we will take the object line as our 2D representation. But in case if you think you want to add a hatch, if you want to add a symbol in your Revit family, then you can use these tools to add more details in the plan or in the section. Okay, so when you use these kind of detail items, you don't have to model everything in solid. Okay, so you can make your Revit family in LOD 100, but you can give LOD 500 in detail. Okay, so that's how it works. You can keep your file size less and you can show more detail with the annotate detail item. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Flip controls in family. Yeah, it's easy. Most of the doors will have this flip control. So when you are doing flip control, you can rotate the object 180 degree or 90 degree. Okay, so it's easy to place. Just pick and place. Nested families and shared parameters. What is a nested family and what is a shared family? Nested families are smart families, we can say. Okay, so we cannot model so complex geometry in a single file. Okay, so when you are trying to select one element, that's going to select another element, so that kind of problems you'll have in family modeling. So if you want to simplify your model, then it's better to make it as a nested family, and making it as a shared family will help you in managing the information in your project. So you will not have any duplicate types in your project, and when you are updating the uh, model in family, that's going to update the same family which is shared with the other family or in the project. So that's going to update. So that's how the shared family works. Okay, when you enable shared family, uh, so you can take a quantities of nested family. So that's another benefit of making it as shared. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, let's go to the next topic. Creating 2D annotation families. This is very important. Okay, 2D families are different from 3D geometry families. Okay, both are loadable families. Okay, so when you need, you just load it. When you don't need, you can remove from the project. 2D families are different types. You can use a detail item, you can use a symbolic, you can use as a symbol, you can use it as a tag, you can use it in your camera point like elevation, or you can use a 2D family in your level or in your grid symbol. Okay, so there is a lot of types of 2D families are there. If you want to learn the 2D families, just to go with the one by one. Okay, so just to start with the level symbol. Okay, then go with the grid symbol, grid head, level head, and grid head. then go for the next one, like a symbol north arrow, and then you can create your title block, and then you go with the other 2D families. Okay, so it's better to learn how to make a tag family, and so it's better to learn everything. But if you are a beginner, just try one, and then you will get encouragement to learn the other. Okay, let's go to the next one. Type catalogs. It's an advanced topic. Okay, not everybody will do type catalogs. Okay, so once you learn all other topics, then you can come to type catalogs. Okay, so type catalog will help you in reducing the family size in your project. Okay, and it's also easy to update the types in an Excel sheet. Okay, there is a lot of ways to create family types. Okay, so you can create types in your family editor, you can create the family types in project, and you can use properties dialog box to create types. And family types catalog is another way of creating family types. Okay, let's go to the next topic, creating lookup tables. This is another advanced topic, but if you are a mechanical or electrical or a plumbing technician, then you should know this first. Okay, creating lookup table will help you in adding more information to the product. Okay, so if you are doing architecture or structural design work, then this is going to be an advanced topic for you, because most of the architecture or structural families will not include lookup table, but every plumbing or mechanical electrical family will have lookup function. So it's up to you when you want to learn. So for architects and structural technician, I would suggest you learn this at the last. Okay, let's not get confused with the lookup table and the type catalog in the beginning. Okay, so that's all. We have seen around 20 topics. Okay, you learn, you focus on one topic in one day, watch loads of videos. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you have to watch my videos only. You can search online and watch all the videos whichever is available to you. But if you're looking for a training, then you can give me a call, then we can arrange for training. Okay, it's always better to have a trainer. Okay, so that you can ask your questions, he can also look at your work and he can suggest. Okay, a trainer is a very important person. Yeah, I'm talking about me. I am a very important person, not everybody can teach. Okay, so it takes a lot of training to teach another. Okay, at last let's discuss about MEP connectors. Okay, so I am training for architecture and structural modeling. Okay, if you're looking for MEP training, please talk to me. I will surely suggest a best person for you. Okay, MEP connectors are easy to add, or just pick and place, but it's important uh, to understand the functionality of these connectors. Okay, for architects and engineers, architects and structural technician, this is not so important. Okay, MEP connectors are not so important, but if you understand the logic, that's going to make your modeling easier. Okay, for example, if you want to add a pipe connector with your water tank, you can do that with the MEP connector, right? If you want to add duct connector, if you want to add a duct connector with your louver, window louver, then that's going to help you in connecting with the um, AC outlet, right? So I'm not sure how we are going to use it. I never used MEP connector in my projects, but I have just learned how to use. Okay, so that's all about today. I hope this video is helpful to you. Okay, so if you are interested to learn from me, then please contact me on this mobile number 9035623806. I'm from India, so that's why I'm adding +91 in the beginning. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Thank you.